What is up, YouTube, and welcome to this Flash and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. video. So if you're new to the channel, please do drop a like and please do subscribe down below. So there has been somewhat of a debate recently on Twitter, and the question is Godspeed a villain or not? That is the question. So, Godspeed, if you don't know who this is, if you're simply a fan of the Flash TV show, you won't come across Godspeed just yet, although a few of us have predicted that it might be this season. So, August Hart was one of the friends of Barry Allen in New 52 and then in Rebirth. So, what happened was August Hart had a brother who was murdered, and, well, he never really let that go. This led to a kinship with Barry Allen. They had similar interests and things like that. And then a Speed Force storm had struck the city, which created a hell of a lot of speedsters. So there was a great number of speedsters, and we had the New 52 Wally West actually become a speedster, and August Hart as well also became a speedster. So this then led to Barry actually revealing his identity to August Hart, and the pair actually struck up a friendship, kind of a partnership even, in the world of speedsters and vigilantism, and the two had a lot of fun. That is, until the villainous Godspeed actually turned up, causing trouble for Barry, and actually, you know, in the end, actually killing people. Now, the actual person, the killer of August Hart's brother, was killed, and Barry actually worked out that Godspeed was actually his friend, August Hart. Now, Godspeed, aka August Hart, then went on a rampage and actually ended up stealing the speed of a few other speedsters. Now, Mina Dewan, who actually ended up being a love interest of Barry Allen, set up a Star Labs speedster training facility. Now, what happened here was, well, a lot of these people are actually had their speed stolen by Godspeed, killing them in the process. Now, what happened then was we actually had Godspeed go and decide that he was going to do what Barry never could and kill the villains of Barry and kill the rogues. Now, to me, that makes him sound pretty darned evil. Now, he obviously wanted to get justice. That is really why Barry does what he does. That's why he originally became a speedster, why he became a CSI, and justice motivates, well, everyone. Think of Batman and any other wronged superhero in the past. And, well, there are two different ways of doing it. Killing the person. Killing is always the thing that superheroes never actually do. And, well, once you do that, you cross the line, which is why Batman never kills in the comics, but he kind of does in the movies. Yeah, it's a bit weird. But the toe in the line of killing is something which, well, even the TV version of Barry never actually does. And, well, that is what makes him different to Godspeed, in the fact that Godspeed actually then recklessly went on to kill people. Now, the thing is, it's all subjective here. Do you think that Godspeed is a villain based on that? Well, I would put him... He is an antagonist to our protagonist, Barry Allen. Now, the question is he a villain? Now, there's been some recent developments in DC Rebirth, as the Flash is heading into the Flash War, where we will find out who is the greatest Flash family speedster. And I say Flash family, this is only going to include both Wally Wests and Barry Allen. So, what's happened is, Barry, after having an encounter with a negative Speed Force, if you don't know what that is the Speed Force that the Reverse Flash uses after they retconned his history, changing it quite a bit. So I'm not going to go too much into depth in that, but if you don't know what that is, I would pick up the Button storyline in the Flash and then read the subsequent issues, the negative Flash storyline and things like that. Highly, highly recommend it. Just absolutely fantastic stuff. But what's happened is Barry ends up working at Iron Heights. He is transferred out by Captain Singh because he has become mental. That is due to the negative speed force, and then that gets stolen by a reborn Mina Dewan. A lot's happened. But what happened is he actually works at Iron Heights only to find August Hart there, and well, August Hart tricks him, and we find out that the Rogues have set up their own base inside or underneath the prison, and August Hart is now officially a member of the Rogues. So the question is he evil? Is he a villain? Yes, he is. Because the Rogues now hate the Flash once more because he wouldn't let them have one big score. And now, yes, he is a villain. So for me, and that, yes, he is. So next up, we've got Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which... Now, this is a little theory I wanted to present to yourself. Now, if you'll cast your mind back to Season 1 and a character called Dr. Franklin Hall, and he was actually famous, and what happened was he was able to come up with some ideas about the element Gravitonium. Gravitonium being, well, an incredibly powerful... Now, Franklin Hall, like I said, did actually have quite a checkered past throughout Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., where his research partner, or his classmate, actually wanted to use Gravitonium for nefarious means. And now what happened is he actually stopped this from happening, and well, what happened was this Gravitonium, which could possibly destroy the world, more on that later, he actually fell into this Gravitonium. Now, the thing is, it's actually become sort of sentient, and it's been hinted at throughout the past couple of seasons. Now, the thing is, we haven't seen it fully recently. So, what I'm thinking is that possibly this Gravitonium could actually have, in the future, we have Franklin Hall turn into the villain Graviton, which was a character from the comics who had the manipulation of gravity, and maybe... And we also had the show's creators mention that we will see Graviton at some point. Well, what if he was the one that actually destroyed the Earth in the future and then pinned it all on Daisy? Yes, bit long shot. Yes, I think it is. But I think it's an interesting theory to think about. I think it would be something which would be really, really cool, and a nice callback to later or kind of previous seasons, even Season 1. So that is it for this video. Please drop a like, please subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.